Every day in our lives, we walk with almost no care in the world because we are so focused on our routines. We go to school, to work, we do chores, and sometimes we just sit with our problems and try to breathe. It all becomes our normal and we end up embracing the ordinary blandness of it all. But there are good things in that ordinariness, things we do that brings us joy and distracts us from everything else. For some, that's spending time with their families and friends. For others, it might be doing something to be distracted. And for some, it might be spending time alone. Doesn't matter what we do to be distracted from the ordinariness, because in the end, we all have to put up with it. But it doesn't mean we have to alone, especially in the darkest of times. And while we might go through our days ignoring the world around us, trying to find peace, we know that our issues are still there in the end. And while we might not like it, we have to face it. And so we become stuck in our own world. The same problems over and over, and the same goods over and over. It's the same routines every week. That was ordinary. That was life. We miss ordinary. Let me ask you this. Have you ever looked to the night sky and wondered, what if there was something more to everything we know? Something more to the routines and something more than humans? Well, what if one day your wonders are answered, and your life changes forever, and you can no longer trust anyone? Not your therapist, not your friends, not your boyfriend or girlfriend, not your family, no one. What would you say if I told you the reason for this is because your loved ones, well, they might not be your loved ones anymore. Honestly, maybe they never were. And because of this, the weight of the world falls on your shoulders, and if we don't do anything, the world falls into an invading force, to a war that no one knows is even happening, no one but us. And because of that, we have to keep secrets. The 5 of us can only trust each other. We're writing this all down so that one day the world can know our story. So one day the world can know about the Yeerks. But we can't say much about us, because if any of this is found by the Yeerks, well, let's just say we don't want them to find out about us. We like them thinking we are the Andalites. We have to fight as much as we can in secret, because anyone can be a controller, and we can only hope they didn't get to you. If they did, well, we're sorry. We can only imagine the horror of becoming a slave trapped in your own mind, controlled by the Yeerk in your head. So sorry we can't tell you much. As far as we know, yeah, even you might be a controller. If we had help, maybe we could have saved you. But we have no help. No aids to guide us, at least for now. It's just the 5 of us alone. Okay, maybe I'm getting too ahead of myself, so let me introduce myself. My name is Jake. Just Jake, and maybe that's not even my real name. That doesn't matter. What does matter is this all started that night in the mall. That night we decided to take a shortcut home. One that passed through an abandoned construction site. Tobias was the one that noticed it first, the alien ship, an Andalite fighter landing near us. And that was the day we met a dying alien, an Andalite prince named Elfangor. And as insane as this is, it's all true. This was the day we became Animorphs, idiot teenagers with a death wish. This was the day Elfangor gave us the power to morph into any animal we touch. He told us what he could before he died. It wasn't much, but he wanted Earth to have a fighting chance. We don't know how long the Andalites will take to get here, and we don't know how to contact them, but we do know they are coming. So until then, this is all in our hands. And until then, we fight.